before I start this out, I am not a doctor. I am not a physician. I am not anybody that is in the medical field. This is just something that worked for me. If you want to do this, I would say consult your doctor first, consult your medical people first, because I don't want you to go into doing something and then saying, well, she said, no, 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 no. That is my disclosure. I am just saying that right now. I am not a doctor. I am not a physician, none of that. Hey girl, hey. So today I'm back with another video. Today is going to be a video about my weight loss story. I've had a lot of questions. I posted a reel about a couple days ago, and I've had so many questions about how I lost my weight and what I did, because my first 23 pounds I lost was within the 3 months. So I lost my first 15 pounds within 1 month. And then the other pounds just kept coming off as the months went on. So today I'm going to talk to you guys all about my weight loss journey, my spiritual journey, and how I lost the weight that I lost. Okay, so first I want to talk about, I know you guys see my thumbnail and you guys want to know how I did it. So with how I did no exercise. So everything I'm going to talk to you guys about today is no exercise. Obviously, if I implement exercise, I could probably get even more results, which I am going to start doing, but that'll be another video for another day. So first I want to start with day one. So, well, what got me to do this? And this is what I want you guys to do for yourself. If you want to lose weight, figure out why you want to lose weight. My reasoning for wanting to lose the weight was because I simply was just not happy with myself. I felt like I was big. I felt like I was swollen. It started to become like a health problem in a way. Like every time I would eat, I would swell. Every time I did something, I was just swollen. And I felt like my feet were swollen. My stomach was swollen. My hands were swollen. My rings weren't fitting the same. It was just so much that was going on that I'm like, okay, I need to like get a reset. And what happened was, I was praying about it. I'm like, God, I'm just not happy with myself. Like I real life need to lose this weight. So with that, I ended up being on YouTube one night and I saw videos of people doing juice fast. And I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Like a juice fast, it sounds crazy, right? That was my first thought about it. Then the more I kept seeing it, the more I'm seeing like people are dropping 100 pounds within 30 days and they're dropping this and they're dropping that. And I'm like, And I kept hearing the word reset, reset, reset. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to give my body a reset. I think that's what my body just naturally needed. I just needed a reset. So that's what I did. So with that, I prayed real hard and I'm like, okay, God, like this is something I really want to do. Like I'm just not happy with myself. And I was just like, I've just lost. Like I need to figure out how to do this. So this came the next thing. So every time I was doing something in life, I would start, I would stop, I would start, I would stop. I would never do it to completion. If it came to school, work, anything, I would start real strong and real hard and I would just stop. And I'm like, no, like God, if I do this, I need to go full fledged. I need to go hard about this. So that was a promise that I made to myself. I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go full fledged and I'm going to go hard about this. So I did that. So it came, it was a couple days after I was watching these videos and I had made my decision that I was going to do this. I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I need to do this right. I had a blender at home and I had tried this before where you pour it in like the cheesecloth and you strain it and do all this stuff. And I was like, no, if I'm going to do this, I need to do this right. So I went, as I was doing my research, I found out that using a cold press juicer was what was going to help me. I forgot what the benefits were. You might have to research that yourself because I literally completely forgot. I just remember they kept saying cold press juicer is better. I think it was because of the pulp and how it juices your fruit and stuff. Don't quote me. But I kept researching it and looking at videos and everybody kept saying get a cold press juicer. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go too cheap, but I'm not going to go too expensive. I found one that was right in the middle and I'll place it on the screen here or here, whichever way I place it, but I'll place it on the screen as well as I'll put a link below. I got my juicer from Target. I got me a Ninja cold press juicer. I think it was about $120 and I was like, okay, this is within budget. Like it's something to where I can spend it. And if it doesn't work, then I'm like, okay, cool, you know. But it wasn't too cheap to where it was like, oh my God, this is too cheap. It's not going to work, you know? So I ended up investing in a juicer. That was step one. Also, with the juicer, you will need mason jars. I started off with mason jars because that's what I had in the house. When I started off with the juicing, I was like, you know what? I need to start off with what I have here. And I saw that mason jars was something that you needed and that was going to be beneficial for your juice because of the way it seals it in and it locks the juice in where it's an airtight container. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's an airtight container that would seal your juice in and it would keep it lasting in the fridge. So I was like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. So I had mason jars laying around, so I was like, perfect. Got my juicer, got my mason jars. That's literally all you need. So step one, figuring out your purpose. Step two, making sure you have the right products. You can use a blender if you'd like. If you don't want to go out and buy a juicer, I would suggest you could use a blender, blend up all your fruits and veggies and whatever, and put it in a cloth to strain it. You could do that as well. Nothing's against that. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you have in uh, in your house, then that's what you use. I would say, honestly, if that's what you prefer, start with that. If you don't think this is something that you want to do long term, then start with that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going out investing in things that you won't use. I invested because I knew I was going to take this very serious. So step one, like I said, find out your game plan, find out your why. What are you doing it for? How long you're going to do it? You know what I'm saying? Sit down and figure all that out for you. Step two was getting all of your what you're gonna need, all your materials together. So I got my juicer, I got my mason jars. And most recently, I'll talk about this later too. I actually changed my mason jars. I'll leave a picture on the side as well to these glass tall jars because I just like them. They're more aesthetic for me. And also they're more functional when I go to work and stuff. I just like them better. Honestly, it's the same thing as a mason jar. I was just being extra. I'm just gonna be real. But I like them too. So that was the steps. It was step one, purpose. Step two, equipment and materials and everything you would need. Step three was figuring out what you wanted to juice and how you wanted to do it. So my biggest thing was a schedule. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, how am I going to do this? What I did was I woke up every morning. It forced me to get up earlier to make my juices in the morning to have for the full day. Um, and honestly, I would say for you, you know, starting out, you might want to do it overnight. For me, it just got me up in the morning and doing something, starting my day off doing something for me. As I'm making my juices, I'm praying, I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I have to do to get myself ready for the day. It just became a part of my daily process. For you, it might work better overnight, like I said. It all depends on what you want to do and what's more comfortable for your schedule and how you would work. So also figuring out what juices and what vegetables and what fruits you like. So for me, I said my most important thing was I wanted to have a green juice in my diet. I was like, okay, what do I like that's green? I like green apples, I like cucumbers, and what else? Celery is really good for you. I like celery, and I put lime in it. That was like my main juice. It was celery, green apple, cucumber, and lime. That is my go-to green juice. I will tell you why in a little bit, but that is like my go-to number one green juice. I've heard people say put ginger, put this, put that. For me right now, that's what's stuck for me. So when I found something that stuck, that's what I stuck to. I didn't want to keep changing it up and switching and going all over the place. So then I was like, okay, well, if I have a like a veggie green one, I need to have a good one. That's something I like to drink. So my go-to was pineapples, oranges, and strawberries. When I tell you that combination right there is amazing. That combination right there is so good. Oh my gosh. But it's good, but I called it my sweet drink. And I'll tell you guys why in a little bit once I tell my story. I technically call that drink my sweet drink because as you can see, pineapples, oranges, strawberries are high in sugars. They're natural sugars, but they're high in sugars. So that one was a little challenging for me, but I'll explain later why. So number one, having your purpose, figuring out what you want to do. Number two, having your materials and what you're going to use to do this juicing. Number three is having the perfect schedule and figuring out what you're actually going to juice, how you're going to juice it, when you're going to juice it. So those are the three basic steps that you need in order to begin your juicing journey. So now I'm going to take you into my story time and how I began juicing and what I did, how I incorporated all those steps and further from that. Okay, so I started juicing. It was sometime in May. I wish I had my like notebook. I have everything on my phone and I'm recording with my phone right now, so that really does not help, obviously. But I started juicing back in, I believe it was May. It was May. It was May. I don't know the date, but it was May. I'll put the date on the screen to be exact so you guys know. But I started my juicing journey in May. I woke up the next day after I did all the plans I just told you guys about in the beginning. I woke up and I said, okay, God, today is the day. I didn't do nothing. Normally when you juice, people say it's important to eat your greens and, you know, prep your body for it, baby. I went cold turkey. Cold turkey. I just woke up one morning and said, I'm going to juice today. I had all my materials I needed and I got to work. Okay. If you see me looking around, it's because I'm seeing bees and flies and I'm outside because it's very aesthetic. It's very cute. but the insects are just not, I just can't do it. Anyways, back to the topic. So I woke up that morning, and I remember it was a Monday morning, and I woke up and I said, okay, today, God, like, I'm gonna juice. I said, I'm gonna juice this week. And I prayed hard. When I say I prayed hard that morning, I was praying to God before, but that was like a different prayer that morning. I was like, God, like, I need to complete this. I don't want to just do it to do it. I need to see results. I need to do this for me. I just know that once I did this journey, it was going to change my life forever. And it literally has changed my life forever. I woke up. Before I even got out of bed, I didn't touch my phone or nothing. I prayed hard. I just kept praying all morning. I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I go downstairs. I'm happy. I'm cutting my juices up. I got my mason jars. I'm cutting up my fruits and veggies. The first juice I did start with was my green juice, my go-to green juice. And that was the juice that I had made. Man, listen here. This is how juicing will get you. First of all, fruits and veggies and stuff is not cheap. Okay? It's not cheap. And I had got like, I forgot how many. I think I had got like 5 cucumbers, a couple of, a couple of things that I had started with. And when I tell you, it made like a cup of juice, like a little 8-ounce mason jar of juice. I was like, this is ridiculous. So I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna get me through the day. Wrong. It did not get me through the day. So I ended up making my juice, right? And when I made the juice or whatever, I go upstairs, I shower, I get ready for the day. I'm ready for it. I have the juice in the freezer because I like my juice cold. I do not like it lukewarm or nothing like that. That is the only thing that I have to drink like real cold. So I have it in the freezer. I go upstairs, get dressed, get my girls ready. We're getting out the door. That's all I bring with me. I had no plans to eat. I'm praying all day. I'm listening to worship music and I'm praying. I'm praying real hard, okay? And this is how my journey with my spiritual journey actually increased, as well as my health and everything else, because while I'm going through this, I'm getting closer to God. And I didn't even realize in that moment I'm fasting. So yes, I'm juicing, but I'm fasting. I'm not eating anything solid. I'm not touching nothing. I was fasting and I'm praying. And I didn't even realize that God was just moving and working in full circle for me. So I end up going to work. I'm excited at work that day. I'm just ready to go. You know what I'm saying? That morning, I'm drinking my juice. I'm drinking my water too. When you juice, I say juice and water go hand in hand. As I'm drinking my juice, I'm drinking my water. But I'm not drinking it as in like um all day. I'm only drinking my juice when I'm hungry. My water was for my in between. The juice is for when I'm hungry. So the key is when you're hungry, that's when you pick up that juice, because the juice is your meal replacement. In my head, that's how I did it. So I'm drinking the juice while I'm hungry. And I was really hungry because think I started out like straight out cold turkey. I just went cold turkey with it. I was just like drinking juice. I didn't stop eating certain foods or nothing. And then one of my friends at work, we start talking about dinner and stuff. And I'm like, oh no, I'm doing this juice fast. Like, girl, I'm you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Then I'm like, dang, like I really could go for some steak right now. So you know what I did? I get on, because I do pickup orders. I get on Wegmans. If you're not in New York, you wouldn't know what Wegmans is. But if you're in New York, then you know what I'm talking about. Wegmans is just a grocery store, by the way. I get on my phone, I'm scrolling, I'm like, okay, let me do a pickup order. I give me some steaks, some onions, and some rice. I'm like, I'm just gonna eat tonight. Like, I did the juice thing. I'll start over tomorrow. Because my biggest thing was, even if I don't finish today and I slip up, it's okay. Like, I was trying to be nice to myself, because I would start a lot of things, and the reason why I would never finish it is because I was so hard on myself. Like, look at you, you're a failure. You couldn't do it. You couldn't complete it. And I was like, no, not this time. If I couldn't complete it today, it's okay, Jada. Like, you tried it, it didn't work for you, but you're gonna pick it back up again tomorrow. So I was like, whatever. I'm gonna just pick it back up again tomorrow. Ordered my food, came home, cooked dinner like it was a normal night. Okay. I ate a little bit of steak and a little bit of rice. I was like, well, if I did this all day, let me just eat a little bit. I don't think it'll hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I ate, me and my kids ate, showered, got into bed, whatever. I woke up the next day. I'm like, okay, I feel a little different. Something just felt different. I woke up, I prayed to God. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna restart today, God. Like, I'm sorry that I did it to myself. I'm sorry I did it to you, but I'm gonna restart today. So I'm praying. I get in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? You do what you do in the morning. And then before I get in the shower, I step on that scale. That scale said I was down like 2.5 pounds. 2.5 pounds. I remember I put that towel on. I got out there. I went home. I was like, oh no, I'm juicing. Like, I'm for real now. Like, soon as I saw those 2.5 pounds down, it was like God knew I needed to see that. It's like he dropped that on that scale for me because he knew I needed to see that I had went down some pounds. Because as soon as I saw that I went down some pounds, baby, it was over. I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing for real. I told my mom, I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm doing for life. Like, I'm juicing for life at this point. Like, you got me, I'm sold. I even ate. Remind you, I ate the night before that. I juiced and then I ate that night. And I still lost 2.5 pounds. And I get it, people are gonna say it's water weight. And I know it's water weight, all that stuff. But the goal was I lost some weight. It doesn't matter. I was stuck at that weight for so long and I had finally lost 2.5 pounds. You couldn't tell me nothing. I said, all right, God, I heard you. I got you. I showered so quick. I went downstairs, cut up them veggies, cut up them fruits, and I got to going, okay? So now I'm gonna talk about how I got into the whole trying different juices and dibbling and dabbling and finding out what was good for me and my body. All right, so now we're gonna get into the part about the different juices I tried. So I tried, like, I was just experimenting. So now I'm like, okay, I'm taking it serious. So now you got me. I'm down 2.5 pounds in one day. I'm like, oh, you got me. It's a wrap. Like, now I'm here for it. Like, now I'm gunning for it. This is what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm praying to God. I'm cutting up these things. I'm happy now. I'm finding joy in this. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this. This time I learned my lesson from the first day. I said, okay, you need to juice a lot more. And I wanted to make something different. So I made my green juice, and then, like, I made the pineapple orange. The first juice was pineapple and oranges. That's what I had did. The first juice was pineapple and oranges, and I had did that. And my mistake was, when you juice certain fruits and certain veggies, you gotta watch how you juice them. With my juicer, you can't just put the core, I mean the peel in there with the fruit, okay? Because what I did, how I messed up, I put the orange with the peel in there, and oh my gosh, it was so strong. I still drank it, but it was the worst juice I have ever had in my life. That orange peel, when I say it's so potent and strong, I was like, I can't do this. I couldn't take it. But I had one big old 62 ounce or 12, whatever. It was a big one, a big mason jar full of the green juice, and I had a big mason jar full of that orange pineapple juice. And you could taste it. It was gonna be good, but I was just like, I can't do this. So I had did that juice. I do my green juice in the morning, I was doing my orange juice in the afternoon, and I was just praying on my breaks and stuff. I was reading the Bible. Like, that's why I said I really got close to God throughout this time. And I didn't even realize I was doing it. That's how good God works. He knew what he was doing. I didn't know what he was doing, but he was working. Everything was coming together for my good. Okay. And I believed in him. I sure did. I was like, he was my person. While I was doing this juice fast, I was like focused on God. It was nothing else. I deleted social media. I started to not answer people back. I wasn't texting people. Negativity gone. I was just like gone by. God was cleaning me and molding me, and I didn't even realize it. That whole time I was juicing, I was fasting and I was praying, and I didn't even realize it. I was just doing it because my strength came from him. And that's what helped me do my whole juicing journey. Like, literally, me and God did that together. It was nobody else. I deleted everything. I didn't like delete it like where I got rid of my accounts, but I took it off my phone. I didn't want no distraction. My classes started to get better. Like, everything just, I'm going on a tangent, but I just need y'all to know how good God is, because everything in my life took a 360. Not just my juicing, not just my health, but the fact that I got closer to him. So I did those juices for the next day, and I realized my body didn't really like those juices. And I was trying to figure out why. I was like, okay, so I started watching more videos while I was juicing and stuff, because I was like, okay, I need to figure out what's going on. How can I make this work for me? So I throughout that week, that first week, every day I was dropping pounds. But once I started implementing the orange juice and the pineapple juice, I was like, okay, wait. My weight started just doing 1 pound, 0.5 pounds. It was just going slow. The first week I did lose 10.5 pounds. But it was just weird. Like, I just knew something was off. So I did those juices, and I realized, like, I was losing the weight, but it just wasn't like as effective. So I was like, okay, let me figure this out. So I sat down and I started watching more videos, and I was looking at like inflammation and stuff like that, because that's like what I said in the beginning. That's what I dealt with. my health was my inflammation. It was like I was swollen, my stomach, it was just everything. Everything would just swell when I ate certain stuff. So I'm like, okay, I just need to reset. So I'm looking online and I'm realizing, like, with the pineapples, when I would drink it and when I would eat it, it was so acidic. It was like, and then the sweetness of it, it was like I was cleansing in the morning, but then I would put that sugar back in my body. Even though it was a natural sugar, it was like, it was too much. So I'm like, okay, is this like my insulin? I didn't know. I'm not a health person, so I didn't know what was going on with me. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go to the doctor. Maybe I need to figure it out. And then I was like, no, 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 no. We're going to figure this out together. So I took all that out. Any orange juice, strawberry juice, pineapple juice, anything that I was doing that wasn't the green juice, I took it out. I was like, we're going to start fresh. So that whole week I did the fast, and then Mother's Day came and I broke my fast. I was trying to just do it for 7 days and see what I could do, and I had lost all that weight. So I broke my fast that night because it was Mother's Day and my brothers took us out to dinner, and I ate a salad. But I remember the chicken in the chicken salad was just not it for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I going vegan? Like, am I going to go vegetarian? Like, what's up? Because it just wasn't good. So I ended up saying, you know what? I'm going back. Tomorrow, I'm back on it. So I ate that little bit of salad and I ate a little bit of food. I had a piece of bread and I was like, this is not it. I just didn't like it. My body didn't like it. But when I went home that night, I let it all out and I was like, okay, wait, like maybe this was a reset. You know what I'm saying? So then I continued on. The next week, I just did straight green juice. And that's the key to my whole juicing fast. Anything you want to take from this, I did straight green juice. And when I tell you with that green juice, you're going to be in the bathroom every 2 seconds. I'm not talking about the other part. I'm talking about like using the bathroom, peeing. I was in the bathroom every hour of the hour having to just pee. I just had to go pee. So I just had to go pee because it was cleansing me. And I had Googled it. I'm like, why am I peeing so much? Obviously, because I'm drinking a lot. But I'm like, what is coming out of it? Because I'm losing all this water weight and stuff. And, I had Googled it and I figured out, answers and stuff. Because one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Google it. I'm going to research for myself so I can know the answer for myself. So as the weeks went on, I was drinking my green juice and I just kept losing the weight. The weight was just shedding and shedding and shedding. And then I stopped. I hit like a plateau. I think I had reached like 155 and I hit a plateau. And mind you, my goal was to hit 150. I started out at 170 something. I'll put it on the screen. I just can't remember no more. So much in my head. But I'll put the weight I started with on the screen and the weight that I currently am. And I would say that it was hard to do. Obviously, in the beginning, you're going to go through tests. You're going to go through trials. You're going to go through tribulations. It's going to be hard. Obviously, I failed the first day. Well, I'm not going to say failed, but I didn't pass the first day. I try not to be so negative on myself, but I didn't pass the first day. I ate. But then I ended up losing those pounds. And throughout this whole journey, the overall journey for me was amazing. Just juicing and finding out what works for me. Some stuff is too acidic for people. Some stuff is not good for them. You might not like the green juice. You might want to try another one. But I would just say finding recipes. I'll start uploading recipes if you guys would like of certain juices that I do like now. Right now, I'm currently how I am now. I did hit my goal weight. And one thing I do want to say that I want you to take away from this today is set yourself a goal. All right, y'all. So I'm back. Don't mind me. I'm in a whole different outfit, a whole different thing, because I was actually editing this video that I just filmed earlier today, and I realized that my microphone stopped working. Everything just went out, and I had like a whole 10 minutes left, and I was saying some good stuff. So I'm a little disappointed. But what I was basically saying is, when you have a goal, start with a goal weight. I say this is important because once you hit that goal weight, celebrate yourself. That was my biggest thing that I took from this, is because I had hit my goal weight and I didn't even realize it. I started at like 178 and then I ended up at 150. That was my goal. I was stuck at 155 for a long time and then I hit 150. And when I hit 150, I'm like, no, I got to keep going harder. It's like I didn't give myself any time to celebrate. Even if you're at, okay, say if you're at 178 or 180 and you're like, every 5 pounds, I'm going to clap for myself. Every 5 pounds, I'm going to, I don't know, not eat a cookie or nothing, but if you're juicy and you're stay consistent, I'm going to eat some watermelon that day. You know what I'm saying? Reward yourself, because don't be hard on yourself. Like, this is just a journey that you're going on. This is a journey for you to be happy with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just take it and be happy with the journey that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? I will say also that this journey, it's like it's hit or miss, because you're losing the weight, yes, and you're gonna start seeing it. It's water weight. If it's not, whatever weight it is, you're losing it, right? You're gonna lose it drastically. So you're gonna see a big difference. But what I notice is I see a big difference with my clothes on. I can see the difference. I see it myself in pictures. I like myself now, you know. But also you have to like yourself with your clothes off too, because when you look in the mirror, you're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? And I realize that's when I'm going to start incorporating exercise. So I'm going to take you guys along on that journey with me as well. With me now, I'm juicing, and I'm also going to be exercising. So what I currently do right now is 1 meal a day. So in my current weight, I'm 150. What I do to sustain 150, I've stayed 150 for the past week. I don't go up, I don't go down. I'm literally stuck at 150. And what I do to sustain that weight is, after I came off my juice fast, I started eating 1 meal a day. I would eat whatever I want. I wouldn't go crazy with it, but I would still eat what I wanted. So it's not like I'm punishing myself. I still wanted to be able to eat and, you know what I'm saying, live my life how I want to, but at a reduction or whatever, like reducing my portion sizes. So I didn't eat like overeat or overindulge, but I do eat what I like. And I tend to go throughout my day. I work all morning and my lunch is normally around 1:30. So I'll eat my lunch then, and that's all I eat for the rest of the day. I'll drink water for the rest of the day, or sometimes I might implement a juice, but it all depends on my mood and if I have enough. Because right now I cut down a lot on how much I juice. I only juice 1 time a day for 1 time a day. So those are my things, and that's where I am now. And also too, I do want to throw this out there. Juicing is a lonely thing. It can be very lonely in the beginning because it's you by yourself. I'm sorry, there is something just in my eye and I just can't get it. But juicing, in the beginning, it's lonely. You're doing it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I was telling my family about it, and people thought I was crazy until they heard me dropping those pounds real quick, and it was like, oh snap, hold on, I might have to join you. You know what I'm saying? But yes, juicing is very lonely in the beginning, but do it for you. You don't have to do nothing with anybody else. Do it for you. I don't know who this is for, but I feel like it's for somebody, and it's their sign to now get up and go for it. You know what I'm saying? Go full-fledged and do something for you. Even if you can't juice the whole day and you can only juice half the day and do 1 meal a day, just cutting down those calories and doing something for yourself is what's gonna be the benefit for you. So like I said, again, consult a doctor and make sure it's healthy for you to do it. But yes, I just had to come back on and give you guys that last little token of my words, because it cut out and technical difficulties and all that stuff happened. But I pray for you, whoever's watching this video. I pray that you find peace and happiness within yourself. And if you need to do this, start the journey. If you guys want to comment or talk to me, I'm free. I'm on Instagram, all my social medias I'll list below. If you guys just want to talk to me to get more answers, I'll upload more videos so I can answer your questions. But I hope you guys have a great day, a great week. And if you want to start, then go ahead and start. You know what I'm saying? Today for me is Friday, so go ahead, start on a Sunday, start on a Monday, start whatever day you want, and just make it plain, make it good. Remember the 3 steps that I gave you guys, and you will succeed. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you give yourself grace throughout this whole journey. Give yourself grace, because it's 1 day at a time. Don't beat yourself up. It's your first time doing it. Try it and make sure you're consistent with it. Consistency is key in all things. So God bless you, and thank you for watching my video. I hope you come back and watch me some more. Bye.